guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa, and I'm back to do some more pages in my purse album today. I think we're up to pages 6 and 7, so there's a whole playlist of making this album, and I will link it to this video so that you can check it out. So to make the album, I have been using these bits and pieces here. First of all, I'm using a set of SVG files, and if you'd like to make the same project and you've got a cutting machine, you can pick these up in my Etsy store, and I'll put the link down below. I'm cutting the blue pieces today out of black cardstock. That is this one here. It's 176 GSM, about 70 pounds, and then the pink pieces on top I'm cutting out of my scrapbook paper, and the scrapbook paper I'm using is this one by DCWV Floral Couture. It's still available if you have a look on Amazon if you'd like to get hold of one of these. And I'm also using some background papers that I have downloaded from Etsy, a digital scrapbook pack, and I've put the link to that in the description box below as well. So SVG files are spatial vector graphic files for electronic cutting machines. So you can use these on any kind of cutting machine that will use SVG files. There is lots of scoring involved, so your machine needs to be able to score somehow. I use a Cricut, and with my Cricut I use the scoring stylus. And I've also done a video on how to upload those to Cricut Design Space, and that will also be in the playlist that I link. Alright, so I'm going to keep this here and show you which pieces I've cut out, but I will also put a list of all the pieces I use in the description box so you can check that list out if you're making this album too. Right, so we are going to do page 6 and 7 today. So I've already cut some bits out for my page 6, and now I just need to remember what I was going to do. Oh yes, we're going to make like a little flip envelope kind of situation. So let me show you what I have cut out. I'll just pop this to the side for a minute. So I have cut out of this blue, it's not blue, it's green. These ones down the bottom are green. And I've explained all of that in the video about uploading to Cricut Design Space, just so you know. But basically these pieces all fit in together, and then the blue pieces fit in together. So out of the green pieces down here, I've cut out of the black cardstock this add-on base page 1 and the add-on base page 2, and I have also cut out this add-on side pocket 2, which is here. So my Cricut's already put those score lines on for me, so we're going to start with that. So I'll just pop that to the side. Now we're going to make a pocket, so one of these we do not need the tabs on, so I'm going to cut the tabs off this little guy here, these tabs on each end. So my Cricut's put this scoring stylus on here. I'm just lining that. My Cricut's put the scoring line on here, so I'm just going to line up that score line and trim that tab off. And the same on this side. I am waiting for my dog. I'm waiting for a call from the vet because one of my dogs is in. I'm having that special dog surgery today. Right, so that's that one, and then I need to do the same with this one too. I need to cut the short tabs off. So I've got my phone here, and if I suddenly disappear mid chit chat, that's why. But I'll be back. Okay, so I'll just pop that to the side for a second, and I'm just going to fold these tabs in and over. Here's my bone folder. Put it over that way. And then the same with these ones as well. I'll just flip it back over this way, like so. And this one. Like that. Really enjoying this album. It's coming together really nicely. I think it's the paper. The paper has just really made it look gorgeous. So that's great. Oh, I didn't do a very good job there. Let's see if I can fix it up this way. I think that's about right. There we go. And I'll bend this one over that way as well. And then lastly this one. So we're going to use the tab on this one to attach it to the side of the page. So this is going to go on the side of our page, and we're going to attach this one onto here. So we can do that now. I'm not going to worry about matting that. I could always come back afterwards and put a really thin strip down there, but right now I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to start with putting a little dash of glue here and a little dash of glue here. I just find it easier to do that, and then I don't have to hold all these tabs down. And then I'm going to put some glue on all three of these. And this one. And I'm going to put it on this, I'm going to line it up with this side that's got the tab on. Well, at least I'm going to try. Looks good. Happy with that. This end where I didn't fold it too well is not looking flash. That's alright. I'll just trim. If it's sticking out, I'll just trim it. No worries. I went a bit off at the top as well, but this glue's pretty strong and it doesn't give you much time to think about it. Right, so I didn't line it up very well here, so I'm just going to trim down here so that you can't even tell. Same up here. So I've gone a bit wonky, but it's only a millimetre, so I don't suppose anyone will be able to tell. Okay, and then this one here I'm going to attach to the back of this one, but I'm just going to round the corners with my corner punch because I think that'll look nice, like so. And then I'm going to put the glue on this tab here. Move that out of the way. I'll line it up along here. Like so. So it makes a little envelope like that. Squash it down. Now, I might use some magnets. I might use my little bitty ones because I really need to start using these. I've got heaps of them. Whoops. I've got a whole stash of them here. I've got even more. Okay, so this is where we get to laugh at me trying to use magnets again. So I'm going to put them in about here. Just to hold this little flap closed. Give it a bit of a burnish. And then pull that off. Come on. There we go. And this one. as well. Then I find my itty bitty magnets. One there, one there. Then I'm just going to use a piece of my paper, one of my mats, just so I can pop those on top. I'm going to put a dab of glue on there and a dab of glue on there. Flip it over, press it down. Hopefully I haven't stuck the double-sided tape to the mat, which it seems like I did. I should have not done that, but hopefully we can. There we go. There. Alright, so then I can do some matting. Just get the, yeah, I got a bit of stuff stuck on there. That wasn't very clever, was it? I shouldn't have pressed so hard, or I should have used scrap. Never mind. Never mind. There'll be an opportunity to embellish it, maybe. If let's start with this one here. So I have this mat for here. So this is ta-da, the add-on base page 2 pink mat. So I've just cut that out of my paper and I'm just going to pop that one on here. So this glue that I'm using is just a glue that I buy in Australia from Spotlight. It's Crafter's Choice craft glue. It's pretty inexpensive and easy to get hold of. And it's good glue for matting because it gives you a little bit of time to wiggle your mat around before it sticks, so you can get it where you want it. Whereas I find with the art glitter glue, which I love for the construction, doesn't give you much time to wiggle it around. There we go, looks pretty good. Just pull it down a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to put this mat on here, so I'll just put this one that I just messed up. Maybe I can just stick a butterfly or something there. I just spent about an hour fussy cutting all the some butterflies out of the out of one of the scrapbook papers. I quite like fussy cutting. Anyway, I'm sure I can fix that little dirty spot up. I feel like that's what embellishing is all about for me. Because I should have got a bit of scrap, but I didn't, so I have paid the price. Never mind. Okay, so that's that one. Why don't you want to stick? Did I mess that up? Oh, I don't understand why that doesn't. This one sticks fine. Oh well. One is better than none. So that mat there is the mat on add-on side pocket 2. So I've cut 2 of those out, and I've got another one here, and I have no idea why that is not sticking. Oh well. Okay, so I'm just going to round these corners. I'll pop this one on here. This is a nice quick page, isn't it? Can't figure out why that magnet's not playing. Pop that on there. Cute little envelope. Alright, I'll put those magnets over here. Clear some space. Oh, hang on, we can put the mat on the back as well. So I've got a mat for the back of this, which is this one here. I think, no, I think I want to use this one. I'm not sure which way it goes up. I don't know. Yeah, I think think I just wanted the pale pink. It's hard to decide though. So this is the matte for add-on base page 1. Right, so I'm just going to pop this on here. It's very pretty, subtle. Right, so that's our little flip envelope there. So now I'll make a little bit of space, bring in my album, open it up. I'm going to pop these little guys inside while I'm working and flip over to where we want. Now I'm having some problems with my pages. This little guy here keeps getting stuck in here, which is really annoying. So I need to do something about that, but I haven't done that yet. So we are going with this page. So, whoops, I have got this guy now ready to go, and this is just I'm just gonna glue this one on to the side of my page like so. I might just check out roughly where it is. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just gonna put a little line on there. Oh, no, I'm not. Now I am. Looks about the same as all the other pages, but I'll just put a little line there to help me line it up, and then I'm just going to put some glue on this tab. And pop this one on here. The album is getting chunky now. Give that a good press. I'll just give it a second to dry. I don't feel like I've got it even. It's poking out a little bit here. Just a second. Let's pull that off. Put a bit more glue on and readjust it. So it was straight at the bottom, but it went a bit on the wonk at the top. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's better. Oops. God, I'm making a dog's dinner out of this. There we go. It's because the page is getting so bulky. Or the album is. Right, so I'll just leave that for a minute to set up. And while that is, I'll show you what else I've cut out. So we already have our base page there, so I have cut out the base page matte. So I've cut out this base page 2 matte, and you can't see it in this picture, but there is a tiny skinny little pink piece that runs along here in the SVG files, and that's this one here. So those two I have cut out and they are ready to go on my page. And then I have also cut out this side pocket here. So I've cut out the actual pocket in the black cardstock. And then I've cut out the pink matte out of my scrapbook paper, and that's all ready to go on top. But I have flipped it over because I'm going to put it against this side of my page. So although it's this way in the SVG files, when I cut it out, I just made sure that I flipped it over. Okay, so we can flip this little guy out now, make sure he's stuck down properly. Looks a bit of a mess. So much glue there now. And then I'm just going to glue this one on here and this one on here. So let me find that other glue bottle. Let's start with this one so I don't lose it. I live in perpetual fear of losing it and having to cut out one tiny little skinny thing. Right, so that's going to go on here. Fiddly little sucker. I'll slide it into place. Get the glue off my fingers. Okay, and then this one. Put some glue on here. Pop that one on here. This is that background paper that I was saying that I downloaded from Etsy. It's got a really faint little line on it. It's called Craft, and it comes in, it's a brilliant file actually, because it comes in 100 different colours, which makes it perfect for an album like this, where there's quite a lot of colours in the scrapbook paper, and I was really struggling to figure out what I could use as my background paper, but I think this is perfect. And then when we've done that, I'm going to glue this one onto here like so. That'll be nice, won't it? So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here, hold it, and a little bit of glue on here. Hold it for a second, and then I'm going to put some glue on all these tabs down this long one, and on these ones, and then we're going to stick it down. Now this side pocket is a little bit smaller than the page, so it sort of has that cool layered effect. Just lay it on there like that, and then we have that side pocket there. How cool is that? And that is page number 6, I think. So I'm going to do all my inserts at the end once I figure out what leftover paper I have. Okay, so that is page number 6. Nice. Okay, I'm just going to grab my bits and pieces for page number 7, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with all of my bits and pieces for page 7. So what I've got here, let's start with, put those to the side. I've got some mats over here. I've got this, I've got that, I've got everything. To start with, I've got 2 of these pieces. So that's the add-on base page 2. I've got 2 of those out of the cardstock. And then I also have one of these, which is the add-on base page 1. Okay, so should we start with that? And for the add-on base page 2, these ones here, I've got 1 mat for each of those, so 2 mats for that. Yes. And then for this one, I also have 2 mats for the add-on base page 1, 1 for each side. All right. So these are both going to be flips, but this one's going to be a pocket and this one's just going to be a plain one. And this is going to flip from one side of the page and this one's going to flip from the other side of the page. So for this one, I'm going to keep all of my tabs, but for this one, I only need 1 tab, and I'm going to cut those 2 short tabs off. And the same for this one, I'm going to cut those 2 short tabs off. So I'll get my paper trimmer and line up that score line. I don't know if you can see it, but I put a little cross on there in pencil to remind me which ones to cut off, because I have been known to cut off the wrong ones, especially when I start talking. So that's that one, and then there's this one here. I just get chatting away and start cutting everything off. Okay. Right, so that's those 2. So let's start with the pocket. So this is going to be the back of my pocket, this one with just the 1 tab on it. And this one's going to be my front we're going to stick it onto here. So I'm going to fold all of these tabs in, and got to take the pin out, Katie. Put some glue on here, hold that tab down for a second and a bit on here. Press that down like so. Okay, and then I'm going to put glue along all of those, all the way down here, all the way across here, and then I'm going to line this one up. So my tab is here. I've just folded it under so that I can line the edge of this up, much like we just did for the last page, where I didn't do a great job of lining it up. Wow, there's a really loud motorbike outside today. I've heard it come, and I think that might have been it just leaving. Okay, and I'm going to give it a press. Make sure it's attached. And I've done the thing where I haven't quite cut enough off that top tab, so I'm just going to trim that tiny skinny piece off, like that. And how's that one? Perfect. So it was like a millimetre. Okay, so that's that one. So then we've got some mats to go on there. So I've got this mat and this mat. Now, which one was I going to put where is the question. I think I was going to put this one on here. Does that seem right? Can't remember. I'm sure I had a plan. I put that one on here. And I've got two of those. Let's just do that. Alright, I'm going to stick this mat on here. Don't suppose it matters too much. So this is a little pocket that we can put an insert in, so that'll be nice. I'm sure I used too much glue. Alright, flip that one over and pop it on here. Get it lined up. This is another one of those background pages, but just in a nice cream. Press that down. Oops, get the mess off it. Okay, so then we've got one for the back, and I think I must have decided on this pink one, which now looks distinctly upside down. I wonder if I should do that then. Maybe I should do it like that. Make this the front. That might be the plan. Put some glue on here. And pop this one on here. So this one's, I feel like this one's got a direction. So if I had this up this way, because it's going to fold from this section, if that was my front and then I flipped over, that definitely looks upside down. But if I do it this way and flip it that way, I think it's going to be better. So I have to turn this tab over this way now, which isn't quite as neat, but I'm sure it'll be okay. It's usually better to have that tab on the piece that's underneath, but we'll live with it. Okay, so on top of this one, I have cut out this add-on belly band here, which I've cut out of the black cardstock, and then I have matted it with a bit of scrapbook paper, and then I've attached this buckle. So the buckle is exactly the same as the buckle that I made for the cover. So I've cut out 4 of those little tiny buckles there, and I've stacked them up and glued them together. And then I've embossed the whole thing in gold embossing powder, and then I put some platinum stickles on top because I just really love that bling. So I've used this 2 or 3 other times in the album, and I think it's looking really good. So I'm going with that. Now I'm going to try and get this roughly centered. So let's have a look. This is 14 centimeters wide. So the middle of that is 7 centimeters. Do the same up the top. I mean, you can just bang it down if you're good at getting things right, but I'm not. Okay, so then I'll put a bit of glue on this tab, a bit of glue on this tab. Whoops! And I'm going to try and line up the center. Oop, I'll bring it back in. Line up that center there. And then hopefully this will be centered here. Like that. How's that look? Oh, it's sweet. Alright, press that one down. Like that. And then if we flip over on this back side, I've got a pocket. Which pocket was I going to go with for my back side? I think it might have been this one. Which kind of looks upside down too. Or this one. Do you know, I can't remember for the life of me. I mean, they both look nice. It's hard to, yeah, I think it's sort of side on. Or this one. One of those. I feel like I'll remember if I have a look at this one. So this is going to fold from here. Now have some pockets on the front, and then on here, I'm going to have that one. Let's do that. Okay, so this one here, sorry, I'm sort of thinking out loud. That's what happens when you cut it out days before you glue it on or put it together. So this pocket here is add-on side pocket 2 that I've cut out of the black cardstock, and then I put my mat on. It does look upside down. Maybe it should be that one. Yeah, let's swap it over. Okay, I'm going to put this add-on side pocket 1 on the back here, but I've reversed it, so if you have a look here, on the SVG files it's facing that way, and so I've just flipped it over and cut it out that way, and then I've put that mat on. Now, it really still looks kind of wonky to me, but I'm going to live with it. It'll be fine. She'll be right. I'll just pop that on here. Hold it down for a second. And I'm going to put some glue on here. Anyway, you can put a pocket anywhere you like. It doesn't have to be this way. So I'm going to pop this pocket on here, and I really am. I'm not going to put it right up to the fold. I'm going to put it just a sort of a millimetre off so that it doesn't get too bulky, hopefully. There we go. Give that one a press. Okay, so it looks like that, and then it'll flip over like that. I mean, it's really hard to know which way they go. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's one side done. Let's do this one now. So this is going to flip out from the edge of my page this way, like so. I might round the corners on this one. I know I didn't round the corners on the other one, but I think that'll be okay. And then I have cut some mats out for this one, so I've just got these two here. So this is the add-on base page 1. I've cut 2 mats to go on there. So I just need to round the corners on here. And one on this side. And then we can glue these on. I think this is why I work so much better with non-directional paper, because I just I spend forever trying to decide which way up the paper should go. I mean, some paper it's really obvious, but others could go anyway. So that's one side, and then we're going to do this side. So, you know, I can't go wrong with this kind of paper. I just had a call from the vet too while I was looking for the pieces for this page, and I can go and pick up my little guy shortly. So he'll come home with a cone on his head, feeling sorry for himself, no doubt. Okay, so this is going to be on that side of my page. Now on the front I've cut out some pockets. I have these 2 little pockets here. Aren't they lovely? I think I might go that way. Yeah. So these are add-on bottom pocket 2, and I've obviously cut them out of the black cardstock. I've got some glue on there. I don't know how I did that. Okay. And then the pink mat I've cut out of my paper, and I've already attached it, so it's all ready to go. And I've cut out 2 of those. As I say, I'll put all of that in the description box. So I'm going to turn the tabs over on these guys and glue them on. Press it down. Give it a second. Same with this one. Press that down. Fold that bottom tab over. Hold it in place for a second. Now I think sometimes you get these funny little skewy bits that stick out the bottom. I don't like those, so just trim them up if I can. And here, this one's come apart. There we go. Let's have a look at that one. See what that one's like. That one's fine. That one could do with a little trim like that. I mean, it's the tiniest little bit. Okay, so I think I'm going to go, which way did I say they were going? Like that. Okay, so this one's going to go here, and then I'm going to pop that one here. It's a nice calm page. So I'll just pop a little bit of, might flatten it out while I do this. Okay, so I'm just going to put a bit of glue on these tabs. There, and then I'm just going to place this down on here, about there is good, like so, and the same with this little guy. Bit of glue on there. And then I think I'll put it about here. A quick look at that. That'll do. press that one down. That's that side. Okay, so I'm going to flip over, and then I've got this pocket, which, you know, I had all of the discussion about. That's add-on side pocket 2, and it still looks upside down, but never mind. It's going to go here on this one, and so I've cut the black cardstock from the green bit underneath, and then my scrapbook paper is the pink bit on top. So I'm just going to do the same with this little guy. Put a bit of glue here, press that down, a bit of glue here, take that out of the way, press that down. Oh, the more I look at it, the more it stresses me out that it's upside down. I don't think so. Maybe, maybe not. It is what it is, right? Okay. Wouldn't be the first time I've put anything upside down, but the fact that I can't even really tell, you know. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one on here, and just, you know, like a millimetre in from that score line, so that it's not all lots of bulk on that score line, like that. Push that over a little bit. Good press. And then we have our flip from this side and our flip from this side. So they'll sit on the page like that. And so we can put something in here, and we also have this little pocket in here that we can put something in. So we need our album back. Open it up. Move this little collection of things left over to here. Right, so this one we're going to glue down on this side of the page, like that. So let's just go ahead and put some glue on that tab. And line that up where we want it. How's that look? About right? It's hard to tell when you're sitting down. Right, and then this one is going to go on this side of the page. I'll put some glue on this tab. Flip it over and line it up on the side of the page. And I'm just trying to line it up with the bottom of the other insert so that they sit together, like so. It's not quite on the edge. There we go. There are so many pockets in here. It's crazy. Okay, so then I can make sure that that one's nicely attached. And this one as well. Oops, try not to poke a hole in it. Let's see how we went. Oh, they really do both feel upside down. Maybe they should have gone the other way. I just don't know anymore. I just don't know. So that's going to be our page. So now we need to put our base page mat on. So that is as the same as the one that we made for this page, but it's facing this way, and it also has this little skinny bit here as well. So that's base page 2 and the mat for that, plus the little skinny bit that you can't see there. So we can put that on. This is tricky. Ooh. Glue everywhere. Pop that on here, just finishes it off really nicely. Make sure it's lined up. Whoops, don't press it like that. A bit of glue there now. Okay, and then this bit's going on the inside. Put some glue on here. When I don't think I've mentioned this, so I've printed this onto 160 GSM copy paper. So 160 GSM, I'm not sure what that is in pounds, but that is sort of the standard GSM of scrapbook paper that you buy in a pad. Although I'm not sure that's the case for DCWV paper, because this paper that I'm using is super thick. It's very thick. Shuffle that up a little bit. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll give it a press. It's good and down. And then I just have this pocket here that I'm going to attach. So this is this corner pocket up here. So I've cut that out of the scrapbook paper. I've cut that out of the cardstock, and then I've just matted it with a bit of the scrapbook paper. And this one's going down on here. I'll just put a bit of glue on there. And put some glue on all these tabs. Like so. And I'm going to set this off just a, it's got one of those funny little things again. There we go. I'm just going to set it off just a little bit, so it's got that sort of a layered look, which I'm really enjoying, like so. And then give that a press. And that is page 7. So we've got lots of places to put in photos. I really love this little belly band. I think it's so cute. And page 6, which has got the pocket envelope there, and then that pocket there. So we have got 3 more pages to go. How exciting! And then we can pop some inserts in, and we're done. I think it's looking sensational. Oh, I just love this paper so much. How gorgeous does it look? I think it looks gorgeous. It's getting nice and chunky now. Okay guys, thank you very much for joining me today when we did page 6 and 7 in our Purse Mini Album. I hope you come back and look at the last couple of pages, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks very much for watching, and bye for now. Bye.